So like you blend traditional art with technology. How do you find the sweet spot between like the past and the future in your work?
Um, I think keeping them separate, as weird as that sounds. So like when I'm doing the traditional art of like painting and creating, I'm 100% there. I don't even consider what the digital experience could look like or would look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm fully present in creating like the physical, tangible art first. And then after taking a step back and, looking at what was created, saying, okay, how can we enhance this with tech? You know what I mean?
I like that. So what does a frugal civilization piece feel like when someone experiences it in person?
I don't think I can answer that. But I would say maybe just it's gonna make you feel something. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what it would make people feel, but I can guarantee you it's gonna provoke an emotion of some sort in anybody who experiences it.
What's the meaning behind the name, frugal civilization?
Frugal civilization, pretty much, it just is about being mindful at the essence. You know what I mean? Being mindful in regards to like time, resources, connections with other people, being a good steward over what has been entrusted to us. You
Man,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Your art uplifts underserved communities. Why is that so central to your mission?
Once again, I mean, I've traveled. I'm not like I've traveled all over the world. I've traveled a couple different places, and there's really no place like where we come from.
Yeah.
You know, I think like the other places that I've traveled to, and it's been big cities, small cities. They just have such a strong identity for themselves, and I think that's something that we're working on here. You know what I mean? I would love to help continue shaping that identity. Um, but yeah.
If you could collab with any artist, dead or alive, who is Frugal Civilization collaborating with?
Okay, you didn't specify which artist, so I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead.
whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nipsey Hussle, man.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
that's hard.
So I have a good friend. His name is Jaquan Tyree. He's a musician. You know what I mean? And me and him actually worked together. He did like a 3-song EP, and I created 3 like corresponding artworks. And so when people scan the artworks, the music, like the soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? He created.
Oh,
So I would like to do something like that with Nip. You know what I mean? Like
man.
create artwork, and even just like having like maybe like a gallery set up where when people come in, the songs are playing with the corresponding artworks and stuff like that. So
That kind of answered another question I had. Like, if you could curate a show, would you curate just a Nipsey Center show, or is there like a certain artist that you like personally that you would love to curate a show for? Like, what type of show would you curate if you had the opportunity?
Yeah. So just along the lines of community, it definitely wouldn't be just solely my artwork, but the vision that I have is it's a lot like this, right? So it would be like an art tour where instead of just like canvases on the wall, you've got like sculptures or like, some of my art pieces I've done like sculptures for, but like an immersive experience where people can sort of like walk through the artwork. You know what I'm saying? So it would be like my stuff, but a bunch of like other artists as well. That's something that I would curate.
You see all this like VR and virtual reality. It makes you wonder, like, where are we going to go with art in the future, to where it's not just a traditional going to a studio or going to a show. Like, what's next? Because when you showed me the QR code and how it popped up on your phone, I'm like, okay, that's a unique way of showing art.
Yeah.
So, you guys got any questions?
With street art, like obviously you said that the community where you come from, where we're at, is important. But like, is there anywhere in the world or even within here that you would really want to like put a mural at or put any kind of art into that space?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Either McKinley, McKinley High School, or like the Hall of Fame, and then 2 in Richmond.
Shout out to enrichment.
Shout out to enrichment. Yeah. So yeah, I would say those are my big three for the city. Yeah. I respect what they do at enrichment, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to enrichment.
Shout out to Miss Betty.
Yeah, Miss Betty.
She just had a birthday too.
I know.
Happy belated, Miss Betty.
Happy belated, Miss Betty.
Man, what about you? They got any questions?
Yeah. So like, do you have like an artistic process? Or I could call it like when you sit down, you're looking at a canvas, or standing back looking at a canvas because you're doing big murals and stuff.
Yeah.
What's kind of your process? What do you think, and what kind of gets you excited and get you through it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm a very conceptual person, so each project pretty much starts out the same. Just like working through thoughts, or like asking questions about like certain spaces, or like if it's just one customer or client, like asking questions about that specific client, and just really trying to get like a good feel for like who they are, what's their vision, how can we, depict that visually. So it all starts out very conceptually. After like the conceptualization process and like just figuring out more about like the space or the person, I'm able to kind of just sketch up or make like designs. I'll make like 2 or 3 designs, and then I'll like show whoever is, interested. And then, they might be like, well, I really like this design, but I like these elements from the other 2 designs. So like we'll go back to the drawing board, and we'll slide those elements into the design, and we pretty much just go back and forth until we kind of land on something that, everybody loves. And then from there, it just kind of, it goes, on a canvas or up on a wall.
So how long did that mural take you at the community center? That take you a good amount of time?
12 days.
12. You did all that in 12 days?
12 days,
That's
yeah.
impressive, actually.
Yeah.
That's a big mural.
Yeah.
Yeah,